You may not notice it at first, a slight hesitation when you rise from a chair, legs that tire faster on stairs, a strange wobble in your balance that never used to be there. For most people, these feel like minor annoyances, but beneath them is a much bigger truth. Your legs are the first part of your body to show signs of aging, and the first to set off a chain reaction that affects your brain, your hormones, and even your ability to think clearly. What researchers now understand is that age-related muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, begins in the lower body earlier than almost anywhere else. A large-scale study published in the British Medical Journal showed that reductions in leg strength often precede cognitive decline, even in otherwise healthy individuals. The legs are more than muscle. They are metabolic powerhouses. They regulate insulin sensitivity, support testosterone and estrogen production, and generate signals that help preserve neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to learn and adapt. So when your legs begin to weaken, you are not just losing strength, you are losing a key anchor of mental clarity and physiological resilience. The good news, this decline is not only preventable, it is highly reversible. And food plays a far greater role than most people realize. Nutritional neuroscience and muscle biology have converged to identify specific compounds that preserve and restore lower body strength right down to the cellular level. These are not fads or superfoods. They are real, evidence-based tools you can use daily to activate more muscle fibers, protect your nervous system, and improve the way your brain controls your body. In this episode, we are going to explore 6 of the most effective leg-supporting foods, what they do inside the body, when to consume them for maximum effect, and how to build them into your routine, whether you are already noticing signs of weakness or simply want to stay strong, sharp, and mobile for the decades ahead. This is knowledge you can act on immediately. And what you are about to learn might completely change the way you think about aging, starting from the ground up. In this episode, we are going to explore 6 science-backed foods that help restore and protect leg strength as we age, but not in the way most people expect. These foods do more than just provide protein or calories. They target the deep biological mechanisms that keep your legs responsive, stable, and neurologically connected. First, we will explore wild-caught salmon, a rich source of omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation in muscle tissue, enhance neuromuscular signaling, and support the structural integrity of mitochondria, critical for powering lower body movement. Second, we will uncover how beetroot works as a natural nitric oxide enhancer, increasing blood flow to the muscles of the legs, improving energy efficiency, and even sharpening the brain's control over fine motor movements. The third is Greek yogurt, a high leucine protein that stimulates synsmusclecis while also delivering calcium and probiotics, nutrients that work together to support both bone strength and the gut-brain axis involved in muscular recovery. Fourth, we will break down the role of spinach, not just for iron, but for its magnesium and potassium electrolytes that stabilize nerve impulses and prevent the early fatigue that often starts in the lower body. The fifth food is eggs, especially with the yolk, which supplies choline, a key precursor for acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter that controls muscle activation, especially in the legs. And finally, we will explore blueberries, one of the few foods shown to reduce both muscular and cognitive inflammation, preserving coordination, balance, and post-exercise recovery. Each of these foods has studied in clinical neurological or exercise physiology contexts. And what we now know is the right nutrients delivered consistently, can dramatically alter how the legs age, move, and respond to stress. As we move through each one, I will show you exactly how to use them, when to eat them, how much to take, and what to pair them with for the greatest muscular and neurological impact. Let's begin with wild-caught salmon, a food that might sound familiar, but whose mechanisms of action run far deeper than most realize. At its core, salmon provides one of the richest sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically eicosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid. These fats are not just heart healthy, they directly influence the strength and function of your leg muscle in ways is only now fully appreciating. Here is the surprising insight: as we age, systemic inflammation quietly increases and is a primary culprit behind muscle breakdown. A landmark study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults with higher omega-3 intake lost significantly less muscle mass, particularly in their legs, over 5 years. What is happening at the cellular level is that these fatty acids protect mitochondria, the power plants of your muscle cells, allowing them to generate energy more efficiently during prolonged activity like standing, walking, or climbing stairs. This results in less fatigue and greater endurance. Another critical effect occurs at the neuromuscular junction, the tiny synapse where your brain's motor neurons communicate with muscle fibers. Research from the University of Aberdeen demonstrated that omega-3 fatty acids enhance motor neuron density and improve the speed and fidelity of these signals. In practical terms, this means your brain's commands to your leg muscles become clearer and faster, improving balance, reaction time, and strength. Imagine the difference this makes in preventing falls or recovering quickly from a stumble. But more. Their salmon also delivers high-quality protein and vitamin D, both of which support muscle protein synthesis and bone health, two pillars of mobility. Combining salmon consumption with even modest resistance exercise like bodyweight squats or stair climbing amplifies these effects. A simple, effective tool to apply is eating a palm-sized portion of wild-caught salmon 2 to 3 times per week, ideally within 2 hours post-leg workout to maximize muscle repair. If fish is not part of your diet, algae-derived omega-3 supplements offer an alternative, though their bioavailability can vary. Reflect for a moment: when was the last time you consciously consumed a food that supports both your brain's communication with the muscles themselves? Salmon is rare in this dual action. By incorporating it strategically, you are not just feeding your legs, you are enhancing neural pathways that support strength, coordination, and ultimately your independence and confidence. The second food that offers surprising but powerful benefits for your legs is beetroot. Often overlooked in conversations about muscle health, beetroot's true power lies in its rich nitrate content. When consumed, dietary nitrates convert in your body to nitric oxide, a molecule essential for vasodilation, the widening of blood vessels. Why is this so important for your legs? Because your leg muscles are the farthest from your heart and demand a tremendous amount of oxygen and nutrients, especially during activity. As we age, our body's natural ability to produce nitric oxide declines, which reduces blood flow and compromises muscle function. A pivotal 2012 study in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that older adults who drank beetroot juice before exercise walked longer distances with less fatigue and showed improved muscle efficiency. What makes this even more fascinating is that beetroot allows muscles to use oxygen more efficiently, meaning you expend less energy for the same effort. But here is where it gets even more interesting. Improved blood flow benefits your brain's motor control regions, such as the motor cortex and prefrontal cortex, enhancing balance, coordination, and movement precision. This is not just about the muscle, it is about the brain's command over the legs. To maximize these benefits, consume fresh beetroot juice or roasted beetroot about 90 minutes before physical activity. This timing aligns with peak nitric oxide production. One caveat to remember: antibacterial mouthwash or excessive brushing around this time can interfere with the bacteria in your mouth needed to convert nitrates, reducing beetroot's effectiveness. Flavor-wise, if beetroot's earthy taste is off-putting, try blending it with citrus or berries to maintain its vascular benefits while improving palatability. Have you ever felt your legs tire before your mind gives up? Beetroot helps fix that disconnect by supporting the vascular and neurological systems simultaneously. It's a natural performance enhancer for both body and brain. If you're finding this insight valuable, consider subscribing to the channel. We unpack complex neuroscience and nutrition into practical, everyday tools to help you build strength, focus, and resilience. Next on the list is Greek yogurt, a deceptively simple food that packs a powerful punch for leg strength and overall neuromuscular health. At first, you might think of it just as a protein source, but Greek yogurt's benefits go beyond muscle building. It is rich in leucine, an essential amino acid that directly stimulates muscle protein synthesis, which is the process of repairing and building new muscle fibers. A 2013 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition demonstrated that older adults who consumed higher amounts of leucine experienced improved muscle mass retention, especially in their lower body. But that's just part of the story. Greek yogurt is also high in calcium, which supports bone density, a critical factor because strong bones provide the foundation for strong muscles and reduce the risk of fractures, especially in the hips and legs. Beyond protein and calcium, Greek yogurt contains probiotics that influence the gut-brain axis, a communication network between your digestive system and your nervous system. Emerging research suggests that a healthy gut microbiome supports better nutrient absorption, reduces systemic inflammation, and even modulates neurotransmitters involved in muscle activation and recovery. This means that regularly eating Greek yogurt can help optimize how your brain and muscles communicate during movement and recovery phases. From a practical standpoint, incorporating a serving of Greek yogurt daily, ideally combined with some fresh fruit or nuts, can deliver these combined benefits. Timing it post-workout can further enhance muscle repair through protein and leucine availability. A simple tool to apply is to swap out processed snacks for Greek yogurt-based options, allowing your legs to get the nutrients they need without excess sugars or unhealthy fats that could impair recovery. Have you noticed how gut discomfort or inflammation can sap your energy and motivation? This connection between gut health and muscle performance is often overlooked but crucial. Greek yogurt bridges that gap naturally by feeding your muscles, bones, and brain simultaneously. It creates a synergistic effect that supports stronger, more resilient legs. Remember, strength is not just about lifting heavier weights. It's about the quality of the tissue and the communication between your nervous system and muscles. Greek yogurt delivers on both fronts. Spinach is often celebrated for its nutrients, but few realize how crucial it is for the health of your legs, especially when it comes to muscle contraction and nerve signaling. What sets spinach apart are its high levels of magnesium and potassium, two electrolytes that are essential for the proper function of muscle fibers and motor neurons. When you think about leg weakness or cramps, it often boils down to imbalances or deficiencies in these minerals. Research published in the Journal of Physiology shows that magnesium supports the relaxation phase of muscle contractions, while potassium regulates nerve impulses that tell muscles when to contract. Without adequate levels, your muscles can become excitable or fatigued prematurely, leading to that sensation of weakness or inability to sustain effort. Moreover, these electrolytes help maintain cellular hydration and fluid balance, which directly impacts muscle endurance and recovery. One compelling study involving older adults demonstrated that increased dietary potassium intake was associated with improved physical function and reduced muscle loss. What's happening neurologically is fascinating. Magnesium also acts as a natural NMDA receptor antagonist in the brain, reducing neural overactivity and promoting better motor control. This means that by consuming magnesium-rich spinach, you are not just feeding your muscles, you are calming the nervous system pathways that coordinate precise, fatigue-resistant movement. Incorporating spinach into your diet is simple. Whether added fresh to salads, blended into smoothies, or sautéed lightly, its nutrients remain bioavailable and effective. A practical habit is to include at least one serving of spinach daily to support electrolyte balance, especially if you sweat a lot during exercise or live in a hot climate. Have you noticed how dehydration or electrolyte imbalances make your legs feel heavy or jittery? That is the nervous system and muscles struggling to work together without proper mineral support. Spinach fills that gap naturally, helping you maintain stamina, coordination, and endurance throughout the day. As you integrate spinach regularly, you're supporting the foundational electrical impulses that drive every step, lift, or balance effort your legs perform. This is not just nutrition, it is optimizing the language your brain and muscles use to communicate. And that is the true essence of functional strength. Eggs, often underrated, play a crucial role in maintaining leg strength because of their unique nutrient profile, especially choline and the vitamin B complex found in the yolk. Choline is a key precursor for acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter responsible for transmitting signals from your motor neurons to your muscle fibers. Without sufficient acetylcholine, muscle activation becomes sluggish, coordination falters, and strength declines. A 2017 study published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that choline deficiency is linked to impaired neuromuscular function and muscle weakness, particularly in aging populations. This means that regularly consuming eggs supports the biochemical processes that allow your brain to effectively talk to your leg muscles, ensuring timely and strong contractions. Beyond choline, eggs provide a rich source of essential B vitamins, which facilitate energy metabolism within muscle cells and support the repair of damaged tissues. This combination is especially important during recovery after physical activity, allowing your legs to rebuild stronger and more resilient fibers. The yolk also contains bioavailable vitamin D, which supports muscle function and bone health, reinforcing your lower body's structural integrity. Practically speaking, incorporating eggs into your daily diet is a simple and efficient way to supply these critical nutrients. Whether you prefer them boiled, scrambled, or incorporated into meals, consuming 1 to 2 whole eggs per day can help maintain optimal neuromuscular communication and muscle recovery. For those concerned about cholesterol, recent research has clarified that moderate egg consumption does not adversely affect heart health in most people, as outweighed by the functional benefits to muscle and brain. Ask yourself, when you perform movements requiring or balance or quick reflexes, how efficiently is your nervous system signaling your muscles? Eggs help optimize that signaling. They are foundational to the intricate chemical dialogue between neurons and muscle fibers, especially in the legs, which bear the brunt of physical activity and aging. By nourishing this pathway, eggs help maintain strength, coordination, and independence. Incorporate eggs intentionally, especially post-workout, to maximize muscle activation and recovery. This is another example of how nutrition serves as a powerful tool, not just fueling muscles, but optimizing the brain-body connection that drives movement and resilience. The final food on our list is blueberries. Small, vibrant, and packed with compounds that offer powerful protection for both your muscles and brain. Blueberries are rich in polyphenols and antioxidants, which combat oxidative stress, a major contributor to muscle fatigue and cognitive decline. Oxidative stress occurs when reactive oxygen species damage cells, including muscle fibers and neurons, impairing their function over time. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition demonstrated that regular blueberry consumption improved muscle recovery and reduced markers of inflammation in older adults. But beyond muscle repair, blueberries have a profound impact on the brain areas responsible for motor control, balance, and coordination. Studies using functional MRI have shown that the antioxidant blueberins in blueberries enhance neurovascular coupling, the brain's ability to regulate blood flow dynamically to active regions. This improved blood flow supports sharper motor planning and smoother execution of movements. In simpler terms, Blueberries help your brain and legs work in better harmony, reducing the risk of missteps or falls. Another compelling finding comes from animal studies showing that blueberry supplementation preserves dopamine signaling, a neurotransmitter essential for motivation and motor control. Since dopamine levels naturally decline with age, eating blueberries can help maintain the drive and precision required for strong leg function. Practically, adding a half to 1 cup of fresh or frozen blueberries daily, whether in smoothies, yogurt, or as a snack, is an easy and enjoyable way to harness these benefits. Pairing blueberries with foods rich in healthy fats like wild-caught salmon or eggs enhances their absorption and effectiveness. Ask yourself, how often do you support both your cognitive sharpness and muscular endurance with a single food? Blueberries offer this dual action, protecting against the wear and tear that comes with aging while enhancing your ability to move confidently and efficiently. By integrating blueberries consistently, you create a protective environment for your muscles and brain, allowing your legs to remain strong, responsive, and coordinated. This is nutrition as a neuroprotective and performance-enhancing tool, closing the loop on a holistic approach to leg strength and longevity. Before we wrap up, it is essential to acknowledge that while the foods discussed today have strong scientific support for promoting leg strength and overall health, individual circumstances vary. If you have any medical conditions, allergies, or take medications that might be affected by dietary changes, it is crucial to consult your healthcare provider before making adjustments to your nutrition. This ensures that any new foods or supplements fit safely within your unique health profile. Remember, personalized guidance is key to optimizing your health journey safely and effectively. Today, we have uncovered a powerful truth: your legs are not only the foundation of physical strength and mobility, but also a critical gateway to brain health and overall vitality. Through the lens of neuroscience and muscle biology, we explored 6 foods: wild-caught salmon, beetroot, Greek yogurt, spinach, eggs, and blueberries, that each serve as unique science-backed tools to preserve and strengthen your legs. These foods work on multiple levels, so reducing inflammation, enhancing blood flow, supporting neuromuscular communication, optimizing muscle protein synthesis, balancing essential electrolytes, and protecting against oxidative stress. Importantly, these are not isolated benefits. They interconnect to create a holistic support system for your lower body and nervous system. What you eat becomes a form of performance enhancement, a way to keep your brain's command sharp and your muscles responsive as you age. The behavioral tools I shared, such as timing salmon intake post-workout, consuming beetroot before activity, incorporating probiotic-rich Greek yogurt daily, ensuring magnesium and potassium through spinach, fueling neuromuscular signaling with eggs, and regularly adding antioxidant-rich blueberries are practical steps that anyone can integrate immediately. Strength is not just about lifting heavier weights or pushing harder in the gym. It is about the quality of communication between your brain and muscles, the health of your cells, and the resilience built through smart nutrition. By adopting these habits, you are investing in your independence, balance, and ability to move confidently for decades to come. I challenge you to pick one of these foods today and commit to including it in your meals this week with intention. Observe how your energy, endurance, or clarity shifts. Small, consistent choices compound into meaningful change. If this video is helping you rethink how food affects your body and brain, please comment your experiences or questions, and subscribe to the channel. Here, we dive deep into neuroscience, psychology, and behavioral science to equip you with actionable knowledge that empowers your mind, body, and life. Together, we can build a community dedicated to longevity, strength, and mental clarity grounded in real science. Thank you for listening, and remember, your legs are the foundation. Treat them well, and they will carry you forward with strength and resilience.